and welcome to today's exercise of the day video. We're doing the side kick today. It's one of our sideline exercises. I've got with me a block, here we go, block and cushion, fin cushion, which I always use in my sideline exercises. You don't have to use them, but I just find them helpful. So we're going to start by coming down onto our side in our normal sideline position. So I like to put my little fin cushion underneath my head, just lift my head up, my neck up. So if I take that away, you'll see my neck's just at a funny angle, slightly funny angle. I like to lift that up slightly by popping my cushion underneath. That's just 1 inch thick, so a thin hand towel folded over works really well as well. I've got a lovely straight line from my fingertips down to my toes. I've got my hips stacked and my shoulders stacked. Top hand can be in front for support, and I probably recommend that for the side kick, but you can alternatively have it up on your thigh or on your hip, whichever is most comfortable. I'm going to start with my feet pointed, just do a little bit of warm up before we start. So I want you just to take that top leg up to hip height. This is hip height here, this lovely straight line, that's not hip height. So this is hip height. From here, we're going to do some calf stretches. So we're going to point and flex, just working through that ankle joint. So point, actually I always do it the wrong way around. That's flex, that's point. So point and flex, just working through that ankle joint. Let's hold that still. Let's start circling the foot round and change directions. Lovely. Bring your foot back down. Now, I'm going to slightly bend my lower leg to give myself a little bit more support. If you want to make it harder, you can keep your lower leg straight. But if you want just that little bit of support, slight bend in the lower leg. We're going to take our leg back up to hip height. We're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale as we flex that foot and kick forward. Inhale to sweep it back. Exhale to kick forward as if you're kicking a football. Inhale to sweep it back. That's 2. We're going to see if we can go for 10. So that's 3, 4, 5. You want to keep your upper body completely still. So we've got real isolation between that lower body movement and your upper body. I've stopped counting how many. Let's assume that's 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Lovely. We're going to bend that knee down. Bring your legs in towards you and pat that out. I'm going to get you to swap your arm position. So I'm just going to pop my head on my block because, again, I like to get my neck in a really nice angle. So without it, my neck's at quite a jaunty angle. I like to lift it up. Sofa cushion works really well as well. So arms straight in front of you. We're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale as we do a little semi-circle stretch overhead. Inhale to bring it back. So I really want you to see if you can keep a connection between your fingertip and the floor as you open up that chest and shoulder area. As much as possible, try to keep your legs still. So again, this time we're trying to isolate that upper body movement from our lower body. Keep the legs still and your knees together, because that will give you a lovely stretch down your obliques. Let's do 2 more of these. We need to do this all over again on the other side. So in your own time, I want you to come up and swap sides. Well, I'm obviously going to swap so that I'm still facing the camera. You can just turn over to the other side if that's more convenient for you. So I'm bringing my block and cushion down. I'm going to start with that lovely straight line again. I'm going to use my cushion initially to pop that under my head and just lift my neck up slightly. Shoulders are stacked, knees are stacked. We started by taking our top leg just up to hip height and doing this calf stretches. So let's point and flex. Point and flex. And start circling the foot around the ankle joint. And change directions. Let's bring that leg back down again. So remember, you can slightly bend that lower leg to give yourself some support, or you can have it straight. Whichever feels most comfortable for you. Let's take our leg back up to hip height, keeping that lovely line. We're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale to kick forward with our foot flexed. Inhale to sweep back with our foot pointed. Kick forward, sweep back. We went for 10 before, so that's 3, 4. Upper body staying still. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Lower that leg down, bend your knees in and pat that out anywhere that you feel it. I'm swapping my head, my arm position. I'm going to stretch those arms in front of me. I'm popping my block underneath my head just to lift that up. We're going to do those semi-circle stretches overhead. So keeping our knees together, keeping our legs still. We're going to inhale here, exhale as we draw that semi-circle overhead. Inhale to bring that back in. Trying to keep the connection between our fingertips and the floor if we can, as if we're drawing a line in the sand of our fingertips. If, for any reason, this isn't comfortable with your arm and shoulder, then you are very welcome to do an up and over shoulder just open it if you would prefer. Let's do 2 more of these. And relax. I'm going to bring myself back up to a seated position. We are done today for our side kick. Thank you very much for joining me for today's exercise today. I hope you'll join me again another day for our next exercise today. Thank you.